Hello and welcome back to Stoner. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the most interesting drugs that I've ever taken. And I say interesting, like not in the sense that it's one of the best drugs or the most effective drugs or the most enjoyable drugs I've ever taken, but it's interesting because of its effects. I usually like to classify drugs in terms of uppers and downers. Ketamine is quite unique in the sense that when you take it, it feels like you have taken some alcohol, but you still be active. It doesn't have the effects of reducing your energy. Like it doesn't bring the malaise that is associated with alcohol, but still brings the euphoria and the effects of alcohol, without the other negative effects. I say ketamine is one of the most interesting drugs I've ever taken because, it has that factor of being a dangerous drug in the sense that it's an anesthetic. That's what it's used for. It's an anesthetic and it's now mainly being used in yeah, that's where it's used. I have to admit, it's now being used in animals to treat animals, to anesthetize animals. But it was recently seen to have effects in humans of treating depression, so it's making a comeback, in the treatment of humans. But it was once relegated to the use of animals, and the use of countries without much money, third world countries, as an anesthetic. But in the West, it was really losing popularity due to factors, that I won't get into in this video. In this video, I'd like to talk about the effects, okay? So, I had the pleasure of taking ketamine for about, let's say, 10 to 15 times. It's not one of my favorite drugs, but it's an interesting drug. The effects of ketamine, if I had to sum it up, it just feels like alcohol, like you've taken alcohol, but without the drowsiness, the lack of energy, without the nausea, and all of that shit. But as for other effects like euphoria and shit, yeah, it's in the realm of alcohol, really. It's really like you've drank a six-pack in a minute, when you snort some ketamine. It's like you've drank a six-pack in a minute, but you don't feel nauseated, you don't feel tired, That's all I have to say about it. But what really pissed me off about this drug is that it distorts music. Most drugs, when you take them, alcohol, lean, even Xanax, when you take it and listen to some music, the music just feels a lot better. But listening to music under the influence of ketamine is really shitty. It's not enjoyable at all. That's why I say ketamine is an interesting drug, because I never thought, that a drug could ruin the experience of listening to music. But ketamine has that effect, at least on me, that when I listen to music while I'm on ketamine, music just sounds shitty. And I'm a really musical guy. I enjoy listening to music all the time. I sleep with my headphones on. That's the type of guy I am. So taking a drug that makes music less enjoyable to me automatically makes it a deal breaker. So I haven't really fucked with ketamine in like 8 to 10 months or so. And I really don't plan on doing it unless I find it in a setting where I'm just, hanging out with some people and we don't have music to listen to, we're having conversation and shit. Yeah, maybe I'll take it, but usually I take drugs on my own and listen to music, so I really don't fuck with ketamine no more. That is Toner on ketamine.